Welcome back to what can only really be described as more Gintama. How is it that a show has managed to make its name an adjective, verb, positive, negative, and mean nothing at the same time? But if you're willing to step out of your comfort zone and into the fetid wasteland that is Gintama, you should be in for a good time. Christmas was just around the corner. So it must be New Year's. You know, just how many stories can be told about New Year's? I mean, there's constant possibilities with Christmas. Usually they all follow the same kind of storyline, though. And are we going to get back to any of the characters that have been quite rightfully not been given screen time? Those like Catherine. Although we can be pretty certain that, at least for the time being in this one, it's probably not going to delve too much into the more consequential, serious notes of Gintama. And is it going to bring back... I can't remember his name. But Kagura's father. Now, obviously, we don't share the same kind of traditions everywhere in the world. The New Year's envelopes is definitely one that I've never personally experienced. Are you listening? He's not paying rent. What makes you think he's going to throw away money like this? Who's been teaching her the ways of this earth? What's inside the envelope? She says. You've just given him an out, haven't you? Ah, free, you say. This is the perfect time to throw her off ever asking another envelope in the future. It reminds me of the hetero kind of bath scene. This is the normal thing that we do. Now put that in an envelope. Strange that it's exactly the same colour as the bowl in front of them. I'd rather have the money. I think it's fine to just let him go. He's obviously not long for this world. If it was so, life-threatening, do you really think it would have become a yearly tradition? Now we're just waiting for this to blow up on him. Come back to bite him in the ass. I don't know. A few deaths for Mochi. It seems like a good deal. He was only happy to oblige. The thing is, how is he going to get out of this considering he's dying now and is going to make a miraculous recovery by... Has he actually... I'm not sure that's entirely correct, but has he actually roped in the help of others to play along with this little act? Heartbreaking. Good. She might be... she might believe things easily, but... it's good that she saw through him this time. Is it, though? By treasurables, do you mean you've just pissed away all of your money? It's good to see they're back to normal. Ah, the epitome of cheer. Shinpachi. Shinpachi, what have you done? You've betrayed Kentucky. Well, I think I hear growls from the very depths of hell. Looks like the previous episode is catching up to us. Does anyone feel a little cooled out? He does have the mental age of a 4-year-old. What? Are they giving him... He's giving them... they are giving him envelopes to give out so he doesn't feel like such a loser. Sounds fair. Not something that's going to happen, though. Off of... straight to the pachinko parlor if he was allowed out. Is she going to be the first recipient of this forced envelopes? Ah, of course, because it's only children that receive the envelopes. Wikipedia. Just ask Wiki. Yeah. Anything exists in this world as long as it's expedient. Is that something that really gets put up on the wiki? Wouldn't be surprised if the author did actually go and update things. Poor Tama. I wonder what the hell was going on there. She's really going out of her way to receive an envelope there. Was it worth it? Ah. One of the few kids who actually had a somewhat full arc and ending. Excuse me? They're really going all out. I mean, it is Gintoki we're talking about here. If he was doing it on his own accord, yeah, he might be. But obviously it's because he's being forced. He only cares for the happiness of others when it doesn't negatively impact him. Excuse me? Golden rod and balls and a golden clam. He'll be back in a second. They really kind of blew things out of proportion. Why do they think that... Wrinkled as well. Why do they think they'd have access to silver? Is there a... good save? How much is it going to cost him? 200 million? It seems to be like a full conversation. Just you know, we've seen people communicate in worse ways, I guess. It would be good if none of the characters can talk in subtitles. Grab the right thing. There you go. Quite some high quality gold for it to... Ah, no, they're not treasure balls anymore. They're kind of saggy. I feel like that is a face we need to see more often. Yeah, he really needs to chew, doesn't he? I mean, it's really difficult to part him with his money. Unless it's gambling. That works. Huh. I was thinking that Elizabeth was wearing a costume there. Not quite accurate. I do like how the signs have adapted. You're really playing into the character well, Elizabeth. Sabevsky. You're really kind of laying it on them there. There's no real means of escape. I mean, Shinpachi gave his one away. That okay. Valuable. I'd say Monopoly money probably has more use on the market. Cube. Why did she call out Kentucky? Oh, is she expecting an envelope as well? Ah. The only one that is actually would appreciate the treasure balls. Yeah, that's a cat. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. I mean, there's some pretty large golden ones if you're just further down the street. Are you going to lay yours on the line? Is this really something you should be screaming out in the middle of the street? Do you want to see? He actually did. Okay. Just lay low until next year. Keep walking. He didn't even get a line. Well, no money for the voice actor either, apparently. Are they stuck in a time loop, or is he really trying? Just keep walking faster. It's the same background, as far as I can tell. Not NPCs, but extras. If that's a new power Hasagara's obtained just to get... I did wonder why he wasn't wearing the sunglasses. They're in a robber's strip, forced to return for eternity. Do we want to meet normal Hasagawa? Or this curse version? I'm sure both will cause about the same amount of damage. I don't think that even Hasegawa, in his current form, is... I take my chances with the demon Hasegawa. How long have you been laying there, waiting for Gintoki to pass by? Excuse me. That was handled swiftly. Was there anything in the envelope? Don't open it until he's out of shot. Boot money. I guess receiving it is worth the price of needing to disinfect it. You're celebrating a bit quick. Have you even looked inside? I don't know which is worse, parting with his money or being forced out like this. Okay, it's not that bad. Is he now satisfied with how things went? Run. Never expected any different, really. Not sure you can really pay for goods and services with that kind of currency. Why would you trust it? I mean, it is Gintoki. You know what could have happened. Look inside the envelope before you start spending. You know, if this is the steps that everyone has to go through each time, I'm glad this tradition doesn't exist over here. It seems far more hurt has been handed out. I know that some of them really kind of needed the money. Some more than others. But should they have been disappointed like this? Huh. This place looks... well, worse than my room. Even Sadaharu couldn't escape. Oh dear. Out of everyone, I think Tama got off the lightest. She was defeated by technicalities rather than disaster or pain. And how many more times can Gintoki destroy his image in front of Seita before he completely loses his trust in his hero? And Skyor's standing, in my mind, has gone up even more, trying to help him out despite knowing exactly what he's like. I'll let you have this gold bar, temporarily. And it won't even cost anything right now. But that's what we have for Gintama. One man's eternal journey to not spend any money whatsoever. Unless, of course, it's at the pachinko parlour, in which case his wallet opens up like Sachan in a back alley. And I wish that was a simile that wasn't so easy to picture. But whether you're okay with vouchers or Gintoki's slimy balls, I hope you like the present of Gintama this week. And somehow, if you aren't completely disheartened, you might come back for more. If you enjoyed it, let me know down below. Consider even subscribing to the channel. But for now, I hope none of us encounter a dark and depressing Hasegawa on the side of the streets. But then again, if any of us really encountered anything that happened in Gintama, we wouldn't last all too long. And there's not really anything else that needs to be said, other than, God damn it, Gintoki. See you in the next one. Luckily, my patrons aren't really choking on balls, and instead are happily handing out those New Year's envelopes. And if you want to please the spoiled child that is my channel, consider joining onto my Patreon as well. And there, alongside Sal, Raywin, Electricant, Arthea, Noku, Shiwan, Mecha, Jennifer Rojas, Stinsfire, Big Boy, Matt, Rasmus Paulson, Girly, Dark Shadow 7899 and everyone else, you can decide between yourselves which one of you actually gets to hand out those gold bars. But we all know, really, it's the balls that are the most valuable.